Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today is October 11th of 2023. It's Wednesday night. It's about 54 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 degrees at 9 p.m. by the time this video uploads. Today I'm doing something I never did before. I'm trying to do a forced perspective. I don't know if it's going to turn out right, and my skills are not as good as Nigel Saunders or Scott Wondard from Let's Do Bonsai. I mean, not that good, but I'm going to attempt it. So we're going to use, in part one, we're going to use a Caboose track, one piece of track, and a geranium. And in part one, we're going to do the pruning of the geranium because I want it to look like a tree. But the train I got is a Z gauge. And if you can see it, let's put it down here. I just put a lava rock in there to give us some idea what I'm going to do. But that's the Z gauge, and I glued the track onto a piece of styrofoam, and I made like a brick wall where this line is put in and the track torn out, and where boulders fell down or put in, and then it's like an abandoned station that's now a home for people to live in, and we'll try to make something here. But here we're going to put the geranium, and we're going to build this up higher so this is lower, so I'm going to probably have to glue the lava rock in there some way. But I have to think of that, and I can't do the video showing you doing that because I don't have fast motion. I just got me in slow motion. So let me put this on the side. I'm going to use this lemon scented geranium because you can see the structure almost like a tree, but I think we're going to have to take this crossing branch out and then cut this back slow to see the height of what we're going to get. So I'm going to have to lay that down, and then I think for the landscape, because this is getting a little touched by the cold out there, our little sedum, our fine leaf gold sedum, I think I could put that in there for some way in the landscape. But right now I'm going to leave it out over here, and we're going to try and work on this. But I found out what the nose pullers are used for. I call these nose pullers, and what I did with them, I used them to cut the track, because the track, let me get a piece of track out. Track has this to join it together when you set up a model railroad. So I use the nose pullers to cut this piece off, and that piece of the track off. Same thing here. So I don't know, it'll probably look like a Mickey Mouse job, some of my friends used to say, if you do a bad job, it's a Mickey Mouse job. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But right now, let's get the nose pullers out of the way, and get my pruners. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this. I think we can use this part as the front of the tree. Or if I put it this way, we have to find a front on this tree. This is the back side. This I don't think will be good. Let me lift this up so you can see. This I don't think will be good. Maybe like this. But I know we have to take this branch off here. So I'm going to take my needle nose pruners from ironwood, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. We're going to cut it all the way to here. Oh, I still got the arthritis in the hand, so it's hard for me to squeeze. There we go. And this will make a nice little cutting. Put this here so I can get this out of the way. Well, I guess I'm going to have to hold it up because it is top heavy. This is not going to sit in the pot for water because I can use these cuttings for to make some more geraniums. There we go. Put that in. Take these off. These here off. And let me put this down so you can see what I'm doing here. I should put it so you can see more with the light. I think I'm going to have to put the camera back in the old position. So right now, just so it's not so top heavy, we're just going to cut some of these off. I got a lot of sap stuck on here from when I was cutting my other stuff. And we'll cut this here, 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 and this piece here. And we got one more over here. Now what this, the reason why I want to use this is because it's got a nice trunk. So if you look at it this way, I think this would be a good front for it right here where this piece of weed is. Because once it goes in there, let me get this out of the way. See, now it stands. Let me strip the stuff off the bottom and put it in my jar of water for now. Just for now. Yep, I've been doing a lot of work outside, and with the stupid arthritis in the hand, I couldn't do nothing yesterday. Not much at all. There. Get that into there. That smells like lemon. Throw that in there. Yeah, you know, a lot of people got stop action or fast caffeine mode or whatever they call it. Or they speed up the camera. Well, me, I'm old-fashioned. I got the old-fashioned ways of doing stuff. What I'll do is I'll put the wall together because it'll take too long and you'll get bored out of your mind watching me glue rocks in and trying to make it look like a natural landscape, and I got to heat up the heat gun and everything, but what are you gonna do but the good old lava rock? So with this like that, you can see the pieces that I cut off. With this, let's take this out of the way, and let me get my setup here. And if we have this like this, so this will look like it's in a this will look like it's like in a little valley with the rock once I glue them in there and try to piece them in together. And then maybe I'll put some moss in between, see if that'll work. And then the train will look like it's just sitting there. It's like it's going to be like a little house. I'm going to have to put something here to hold it in place because you can't have the people sitting in there and this is going to rock back and forth. They'll spill their food all over the place. So, and then we'll make a little something here like a little patio with maybe just some stone or something, and I don't know, we'll figure it out. But this is what we're going to do today. I think if we keep it this height, this will really give it a view of this being in the distance at this height. Let me cut this back a little more. I think just something like that. It'll give us a different height perspective, but because then in the spring I can cut it back some more so it grows up more and gets fuller. But if I cut it back anymore, let me see, because once I get it into the pot, it's going to be different. Let's just cut it back a little bit more, because I don't want to lose the view of the tree, this long, tall tree. And use a geranium. It's easy to use. You don't have to use trees and everything else. Just use a geranium. It's easier for you to do when it's a they live. Look how nice they are. Take this one back just a little bit there. And I think like that, that'll make a nice front view, just like that. I think I'll set up the camera back here because I think I'm in the shade with the light, but that's my front view right there. So what I'll do is I'll put a little mark there just to be safe. Piece of wood, piece of bamboo skewer, and that's going to be our front right there. And I think this will give us a nice little view. So, short video, because I can't repot this yet. I can't do nothing until I get the landscape going. So, I'm going to keep these in here. We're starting to rain. Not heavy, just starting to get a light drizzle right now. I got to put my cuttings in water so I can have them, because sometimes if I can get some more mini pots, this will make a nice little trunk on it. And hopefully we can get it to branch out. But what I'll do is I'll let it sit in water until I get organized. Clean this place up. So that's part one. So you know, today is Wednesday night. Oh yeah, for the kiddies, Mr. Elephant says hello. So tonight is Wednesday night. You know, well, we're going to make tonight, this Wednesday night, because there's different things on Wednesday night, but for this Wednesday night is Hop Along Cassidy night. So put on some old Hop Along Cassidy shows, the half-hour shows. You can watch some of his old movies. And that's when cowboys were cowboys. They loved their horse. They taught kids the difference between right and wrong, and Hoppy never killed nobody. As far as I know, he'd always shoot the gun out of his hand. So, it's pretty good. I think you'll like it. So you take care, everybody. Have a good night, cup of tea, relax, and I got to get this place organized, get the basement organized, because winter's coming in fast, and fall is saying, Tom, get moving, because I got to get the microclimate ready. I got to get some more stuff to put there, and I even got to plant my garlic from Ted's greenhouse. I got to plant that and see if it'll help grow in one of my containers. Can't put it outside because of the dogs and the cats. But if I put it in a container with a little fence over it, it should be good, hopefully. So you everybody, take care, have a good night. And remember, Wednesday night tonight is Hop Along Cassidy night.